Hi, this is John Hancock from HopeStream. I'm really pleased to announce the release of the beta version of the Global Alerts Network. This is a new initiative from Project Vic. The goal of the Global Alerts Network is to assist people who are working on identifying the victims in child sexual abuse images and videos. The way the network works is that if I'm, let's say, for example, working on identifying a victim and I'm based in Seattle, I can create an alert and then share that out with a whole global network. If those images show up in cases in any of the tools or systems that are part of the Project Vic ecosystem, then I'll be notified of that and it will allow me to actually find information to identify victims more quickly. So let's switch over now and I'll show you a demo of the new features in action. So Project Vic users are quite familiar by now with the HypeStream Intelligence Agent. This is a client application that's used to download the hash sets from Project Vic and also to upload cases so that they can be used as part of the crowdsourcing. As part of the beta release, we have revamped the intelligence agent. As you can see, the dashboard looks a little different than what you might be used to. All of the features that are shipped in previous versions are still available, but we just moved things around a little bit to make the dashboard a little clearer. So now on the dashboard, you can see a data visualization that shows the network in action, and you can see the global alerts that people have uploaded, and you can also see the downloads and uploads of cases across the network. On the bottom, you can see some of the statistics, like for example, how many confirmed hashes there are, how many total hashes there are in the network, etc. So there's some links along the top that let you do things like download hashes, upload a case, or if you have permission to be part of the alerts network, you can also upload an alert. So most of the people who are participating in Project Vic will not be actually creating new alerts. For most people, what they'll do is they'll carry on downloading data just like they always have done, but now the data that they get will include global alerts. So let me just show you how you would actually go about getting the new kinds of downloads. So the download section in the intelligence agent still works the same as before. You have a file section which shows you all the files you have locally, and you can just go say action download, and just like before, you can choose, do you want incremental downloads or the full set? So in this case, I'm going to choose the full set and go ahead and do that. Now you'll notice that unlike previous versions, we actually have two downloads now instead of one. There's a longer download that's happening, which is downloading the hash set, and that works just the same as before. So I can see in my inbox, I have the actual regular hash set. I also have an alerts file. So this is actually a separate JSON file that's downloaded along with the regular hash set. And the alerts file, it starts with the name alerts, it ends in JSON, and you take that over with your hash, your regular hash files, over to your tools like Analyze DI or whatever the other tools are that you're using, and then you can import those into those tools. So as the tools in the Project Vic ecosystem develop support for alerts, you'll be able to go ahead and import that alerts JSON along with your hash JSON. Inside the alerts JSON are all the definitions of the alerts that everybody across the network has created. So all the victim ID definitions and alert information are in that file, and then they can be imported into your client application. So that's really the only difference for most users of the Project Vic tools is that they'll get these extra alerts. Also, when they upload their cases to the service, those cases may actually trigger hits, and then they'll get a notification, and so will the person who defined the alert originally. So those features are coming after the initial beta. At the moment, it's really just about actually uploading and downloading the alerts. So let's switch over and look at what happens if you're actually a victim ID investigator and you want to actually manage a set of alerts. You'll notice there's a new tab in the intelligence agent for global alerts, and this tab is only visible if you set up with permissions to that. So many people will not see this tab. It's only if you actually are allowed to create and manage alerts. So I'll click on that and you'll see that it's quite similar to the files, but these are your global alerts. So these aren't based on files that are on your system. These are actually the list of all the alerts that are registered to your certificate. So if you have multiple machines and you go over to another machine, you'll see the same list of alerts in both places. All right. So here I can see there are a couple of alerts defined already, but let me start by showing how to create a new one. So if you've used one of the client tools that support this, like Analyze DI, In those tools, you'll be able to go and select some images and create an alert. And so once you've got the latest release of Analyze DI, Griffi will be releasing information on how to actually enable that feature, and then you can create a JSON file. So once you've got it, you just go and say action upload, just like you would for a regular case. And I'm going to go and choose this alerts JSON file and hit upload. And what it'll do is it'll go to my file section, and just like a case upload, it will actually go and upload that alert. And you can see now it says one alert uploaded. And if I look in it, I've got 2 images in there with PhotoDNA in my alert. So once that file upload is completed, which is usually very fast because they're quite small, I can see on my list of alerts, there's that alert I created for hotel room kids. So the list is sorted so that the new alert I just created, hotel room kids, is sorted at the top. You'll see also on the right-hand side that there's a expiry date showing, which is set to 3 months. So every alert that gets created in the system, there's a policy that's set up in the service that says how long that they are going to be active for before they automatically expire. So the policy is set up for the cloud service at the moment to be 3 months. So you have 3 months from when you've actually uploaded an alert. And if at the end of those 3 months you haven't done anything, then that alert will expire and you won't be getting any further notifications. If you see that your alerts are starting to head towards expiry, like this one at 18 days, you can actually click Renew Alert, and then once you say yes here, it will reset the expiry date back out to 3 months, and that way the alert will carry on for as long as you're actually doing the work on that victim ID alert. You also have the ability to cancel the alert. If you have actually canceled it because of the fact that you've realized that the child in the alert has actually been safeguarded, then you can actually click the child rescued link so that we can track that as part of these statistics. If you want to cancel it for any other reason, like you're testing or whatever it is, then just click cancel alert and it won't add one to that statistic. It'll just prompt you here if I say yes, and then it'll be actually cancelled. If you want to actually see your cancelled alert on the view section, it defaults to all, which means active and expired, or you can actually look at the cancelled alerts, and then you'll actually be able to go in and renew those if you've actually cancelled it, and then you want to actually put it back again. So let's look at some of the other things that can happen when you've created alerts. If you'll notice this one down here, it says found an overlapping alert, and it has a different icon with 2 alerts in it. And if I expand that out, what I can see is that, Rich Brown created the alert and he's the person who's managing this one, but there's actually an overlapping alert. So somebody else created another alert in the system that has some of the same images in it. And this way you can actually see that you should actually be contacting some other victim ID investigator because you're actually both working on potentially identifying the same victim. So this is a really important result that you'll see in the application as people start to use it. The other important result is you can see from the green check mark here that a hit has been found in this case. So if I expand that out, I can see that for this Cambodia Kids alert that Jim Cole originally created, we've actually got a hit. So in this case, what that means is that Victor Spencer here has actually uploaded a case to the network, and now it's actually matching some of the images in that case. So in this case, Victor should expect a call from Jim because he's actually got more information that matches up with the alerts that Jim defined. Okay, so that's given you a tour of the updates to Intelligence Agent. Once you started using it, please give us feedback. There's a link on the issues section. If you just click that, it'll pop open an email, and you can actually send that off to us with whatever feedback or questions you have as you start using the beta. So in terms of next steps, the first one is to actually install the Intelligence Agent beta. The service changes that are required to the cloud service are already live. So all you need to do is go and get a link to the Intelligence Agent beta, which we'll be sending out. And then you can just click the link and install, and it'll update your current version to the beta version. If you want to go back to the old version, you just have to uninstall it and then go back to the usual link on hubstreamonline.com and install the currently live version. As I said, please send feedback as you start to use it. The whole purpose of having the beta is to get real scenarios into people's hands and to actually let you give us more feedback as we go. And finally, coming soon, you'll be seeing the tools that you use start to deliver support for actually creating the alerts. So stay tuned with your favorite tool vendor on that subject. From our side, from Hubstream, you'll be seeing hits against cases. So as people start to upload more cases against these alerts, in a couple of months, we'll start to actually generate the hits, including the notifications and the matches in the system. And we'll also be shipping more agent features, for example, the ability to edit alerts. We'll be using your feedback to help prioritize and triage which features make it in more quickly, which is a reason for getting that beta out. So I'd like to just end with a huge thanks to everybody. We've had a lot of meetings and discussions, and this has actually been in planning for a very long time. And tons of people have done work on this subject. I'd just like to say thanks, and we really enjoyed working with you all. We are super excited about rolling this feature out. We are hopeful that it'll make a significant difference in the area of victim ID. And so thanks to everybody who's participated so far. Looking forward to the next steps.